good afternoon and welcome. My name is Dave Kell. I am the chair of the Midland Downtown Development Authority. On behalf of the DDA, the Midland Downtown Business Association, and all of the people you will hear from today, I want to thank you for coming out to celebrate this exciting event with us. The finished product today is the culmination of 2 years worth of planning, community engagement, and outside-the-box thinking, and even some trial and error along the way. It's been truly amazing to see our vision for this district take shape. But not only did this project set the stage for an exciting next chapter in the future of downtown Midland, it also perfectly displayed the generous, community-minded spirit that makes Midland such a special place to live. Our philanthropic community stepped up to the plate to ensure that the Streetscape renovation project was funded with no extra debt or tax burden to the downtown or community. Let me be clear, that is not something that happens in many communities.
Let's give that a round of applause.
We are very incredibly fortunate to have a strong support system here in Midland. Our community pledges its time, talent, and dollars to provide unique amenities such as the specialty seating, the outdoor fireplaces you see outside, and the beautiful pergolas. Our residents, many of whom are here today, came out in droves to support this project through our amenities crowdfunding initiative. Thank you to the Midland Area Community Foundation for leading the crowdfunding campaign and its matching funds, along with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, that led to several new streetscape amenities. This was the first time we'd ever attempted a crowdfunding initiative for downtown, and it was a smashing success. A project of this magnitude would not have been possible without all these groups coming together with the DDA and the City of Midland to turn our vision into a reality. I want to thank the Herbert H. and Grace A. Dow Foundation, the Rollin M. Gerstacker Foundation, the Charles J. Strosacker Foundation, for your generous support of the streetscape renovation. Your unwavering commitment to the future of this community is noticed and so greatly appreciated. Thank you to our corporate partners, the Three Rivers Corporation and Chemical Bank, and to the Michigan Baseball Foundation, the Patricia and David Kepler Foundation, and other local businesses for your significant contributions that are bringing to life the amenities that represent the community's touch on this beautiful streetscape. From the pergolas to the much anticipated entranceway features and the Main Street gathering place. You've helped make Main Street a unique place to be. Finally, I want to thank all of the individual donors who gave their dollars to our amenities crowdfunding initiative. This is your downtown, and we are ecstatic that you have taken ownership of it in such a big way. On behalf of the Downtown Development Authority, it is my honor to officially welcome you to the new Downtown Midland Streetscape. So at this time, I'd like to invite representatives from our philanthropic organizations to say a few words about their involvement in this project. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the president of the Herbert H. and Grace A. Dow Foundation, Mike Whiting.
Thanks, David. It's great to be here. Selina, thank you for moving this inside. It's a little nippy out there for me who lives half the year in Florida. This is a wonderful project. You just look at aesthetically and functionally and all the things that it's done for downtown Midland. It was a big, complicated construction project. You can't imagine how many people were working here. They did a great job of managing all the pedestrian flow in between everything and kept it safe and kept it on schedule. So, you know, congratulations to the construction folks who did a great job here. I've also got to say to the downtown merchants here, thank you for your patience in putting up with this, because it was a mess for a long time, and couldn't have been good for business, and sometimes you have to do that to come up with something that's better in the long run, and so fantastic what you put up with. The Dow Foundation supported this project because we believe a vibrant downtown is critical to any really great city. And Downtown Midland is really nice. This made it better, and it's going to get even better in the future. I hope this is the start, well, not really a start, just sort of a continuation of many good projects to come in Downtown Midland. And we're very interested in continuing to support those kinds of things. We embraced change with this project. It was a lot of change. It was a lot of disruption. That's important. You can't stay still and be the same thing you are year after year. And so I commend everybody in Midland for embracing this change. And I hope we'll continue to have that kind of attitude in the future, and we'll embrace big, bold things going forward. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Now, please join me in welcoming to the podium the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Charles J. Strosacker Foundation, Bobbie Arnold.
Hello, everyone. What an amazing turnout. I expected 12 people, so I'm thrilled to see all of you. I have the honor of serving on the DDA board, and we began discussions about downtown, the way it looked, the way it felt. Was this really the community that we wanted to present to the rest of the world? And John Lynch was our city manager at the time, and John said the front porch of every community should be your downtown. And we realized our front porch was pretty shabby. So Bob Rathman and I took on talking to the Herbert H. and Grace A. Dow Foundation and the Gerstacker Foundation, and having a discussion about whether or not it would be appropriate for those three family foundations to take the nuts and bolts, the plumbing, the electrical, the ugly stuff underneath that none of you will ever see again, but we know was well done because we worked with the City of Midland. We agreed to do that. We didn't want it to be a burden to the community. So we were very happy and very proud to be a part of this project. And as always, it's wonderful to work with our partners to better our communities and to hopefully bring on more economic development. Thank you to Selina, to the City of Midland. You've been wonderful to work with. This project was a great fun beginning from the time we had a dirt pile and played with the trucks in the dirt and dug for buried treasure. And thank you again to the merchants. You did put up with an awful lot, and we appreciate your patience. Because we are proud to be a part of your community, and we are here to stay. Thank you. Enjoy your downtown.
Thank you, Bobbie. And please join me in welcoming to the podium the Executive Vice President and Assistant Treasurer of the Rollin M. Gerstacker Foundation, Bill Schuette. And joining him today, we're also pleased to welcome Lisa Gerstacker, President of the Rollin M. Gerstacker Foundation.
Well, thank you very much, Dave, and I'm delighted to be here in Midland every day. Every day is 72 and sunny, and so I'm thrilled to be here, and that's the attitude you have to have. It's 72 and sunny, it's Midland, Michigan, so this is a special day and a grand occasion, and I'm delighted and thrilled to be here with Lisa Gerstacker and I, and Lisa and I are delighted to be part of this grand occasion, and being with Mike Whiting and Bobbie Arnold, and we're going to hear from America's favorite mayor, Maureen Donker, and Tony Stamas, and Selina as well. And so foundation partners, community partners, board members from a variety of different foundations and companies and organizations. So this is a big occasion. Dave, thank you. And I guess the message here is that in Midland, you can never stop enhancing our future. In Midland, you never stop working to make our town better in every way. And the goal has to be to make sure that Midland is the best town in America. And that's the big dreams, that's the big aspirations, those are the big goals that we all have to share. And if you don't have them, you don't accomplish anything in America, right? So we have to have big goals and big dreams and big aspirations. And by working together, we can make sure that Midland is the best town in America. And it's, whether it's the streetscape or the H or the ballpark or the groundbreaking we had last week at Delta College, more education investment in Midland. There'll be more investment on the riverfront, more economic development, and it's all about making sure that Midland is the best town in America. So thanks for this concerted effort. It's great to be here. And remember, in Midland, it's always 72 degrees and sunny. Thank you, Dave.
Okay, thank you so much. All the financial supporters that made this streetscape possible from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. The other half of that equation are the community members and the businesses that make our downtown a supreme success. One of my favorite big idea makers is our own mayor, Maureen Donker. Her leadership as second ward councilman for the past 12 years and our mayor as a leader has definitely left an indelible mark on our community. And at this time, it's my pleasure to welcome Mayor Maureen Donker to the podium.
Well, it's easy to be a big idea maker when you're hanging around with big idea makers. And I think that that is one of the beautiful things about our community, is that I get to hang around lots of people who want this place to be a wonderful place to live. So it is really exciting to be here with all of you to celebrate this transformation of our downtown. And during this process, people have said, why are you doing all that work downtown? Why that place? And so when you think about it, a downtown is incredibly important to the economic and social health of the cities that they serve. And when I think about a downtown, as Bobbie said it was from John Lynch. Downtown is community front porch. It's our front porch. It's where we gather to have conversations. It's where we create memories. It's where we experience that incredible sense of belonging. So it is wonderful to be here with all of you today as we look around our downtown, because this is the perfect place to do that, especially with this beautiful streetscape. So let me just say thank you to all of those who made it happen, because it took lots of people to make it happen. So the foundations for their generous support, to the business community for, again, for enduring the construction, and to the visitors who put up with all of that and kept right on coming back here. It took all of us to make that happen. So, as you think about our future, and as we kick off our summer, maybe, I'm hoping we're kicking off, I'm going to think 72 degrees and always sunny. I invite all of you to come down here and sit on your front porch to create some memories. Because as you look up and down our Main Street, you can see remnants of our past, you can see our present, and if you look at our streetscape, you can see what our incredible future is going to be like. It's wonderful. And we have this vision for our community: together, forward, bold. An exceptional place where everyone thrives. And I look forward to working towards that vision with all of you. Thank you.
New to his role as president and CEO of the Midland Business Alliance, but far from new to Midland, and especially far from new to Downtown Midland and his family's legacy of a longtime business owner down here, I'd like to welcome Tony Stamas.
Thank you, and thank you, Selina. It's a great pleasure to be here today. As Selina mentioned, I've been blessed to be a lifelong resident of Midland County, growing up in the Bullet Creek area, but in a lot of ways grew up in downtown Midland. I always say we're part of the American immigrant story, Greeks who came here and opened an Italian pizza shop. But 59 years on, it seems to be an ongoing effort. But when you see the downtown, you recognize that it really does represent more than just this section of our city. It represents our community. And we have been so fortunate when we heard from our foundations, the continued commitment that they've had to our community and to the downtown, from the businesses, from all of you community leaders. you look around, there's a lot of downtowns that kind of reached a period of time where they died. And now in a lot of cases, trying to bring those downtowns back, but that's a lot more difficult. In our community, we've had generations of leaders, such as we see here today, who refuse to let that happen, who have continued to invest and to lead. And so today is so exciting. It continues another chapter in terms of this, and I know that we're going to continue to work together, continue to see great things in downtown, in our city, in our community, and we're just excited to be a part of that. With the Midland Business Alliance, we've got a great team, and we've got a team of ambassadors. They're representatives from businesses all around the city. And so when we have a ribbon cutting, we have some presentations we'd like to make. And so I'd like to ask Greg Crawford come up and make a presentation to Selina, if you would, Greg.
Thank you, Tony. So on behalf of the Midland Business Alliance ambassadors, we have a certificate commemorating today's ribbon cutting. And also, everyone's talked about the impact on the businesses during the last couple of years of construction, but Midland's known as the city of modern explorers. But when we do things like this to grow, we're actually a city moving forward. So also, we have a business card holder from all the ambassadors. So again, when seeking out goods and services, especially our downtown, with what they've gone through the last couple of years, seek out a Midland Business Alliance member first and a City of Midland and County of Midland business first. So congratulations. We'll get ready and we'll get outside when you give us that cue to cut that ribbon. Thank you.
I just love Midland. So I get to close out today's remarks, and from the financial supporters to the actual workers that were out here every day in hot heat and lots of rain. It really does take a community to make this happen. Janae can attest to the number of sleepless nights that we as the executive directors enjoy when it comes to new streetscape details that go into the planning, the execution, and the construction, and now the post-construction. It just never ends. There's always something new to do in downtown Midland. I simply had my finger on the pulse, but there are a lot of key folks that actually brought it to life. I want to start with Fisher Companies, J.W. Fisher, John Waskovich, Eric Forshey, all the members of your team. I don't know if you're here, but a great thanks goes to you for bringing the Streetscape project in on time and under budget. So as John Lynch always says, it's like performing open heart surgery on a person who's up and walking around. Your commitment to keeping our commerce going while surgery was taking place was amazing and much appreciated by everyone. So thank you to Fisher Companies. OHM Advisors, and especially Craig Scripsma, were our project managers for this team, and they really helped keep everybody on task and in line. And when Josh Fredrickson stopped listening to my whining, I could always go to Craig and he would pick up the ball for me. So thank you for that. Adding to the pergola amenities of the streetscape was the Three Rivers Corporation and Chemical Bank under the leadership of Bob Rathbun, but John Lynch, Chris Maltrop, Jamie Crockett, Brian Hawkins, Jen Lee, they all brought a new amenity to our streetscape with the pergolas and the enjoyable seating that we get to enjoy there. We look forward to the addition of the Main Street Plaza through the Michigan Baseball Foundation, and the David and Patty Kepler Foundation will soon be adding their mark to the streetscape as well. So we thank all of those teams for their involvement. The Brain Trust and design team of Smith Group JJR, Bob Doyle and his team, who brought all our ideas to life, and our city team, City Council, City Manager Brad Kay, who endured lots and lots of public comments and considered concerns over cutting-edge ideas like adding fireplaces and taking away curbs and adding bollards. And our four-way stops seem to be working just great. So thank you for tolerating and taking into consideration all the concerns that were raised by the community, but then having the fortitude and the confidence to go forward with new and cutting-edge ideas. Our city staff, the engineering department, Josh Fredrickson, our project manager, Dennis Lauer, Karen Murphy and her team out of Public Services, Stephanie Richardson, who continues to do a great job in the horticulture area, Bart Heil, all our folks at Utilities and the Water Department, we just can't thank you enough for your time and patience and dedication to this project. The boards of both the Downtown Development Authority and the Downtown Midland Business Association, Marty McGuire, Dave Kell, Josh Waters, Daniel Bazell, all of you have been feet on the ground, hands in the dirt participants in making the construction go smoothly and thinking of ideas that maybe we hadn't thought of and making sure that everything came in on time. The owners in our businesses who, when we asked them to dig in, did just that. They dug in, they became committed, they stayed positive, and they gave a positive face to their customers who wanted to get downtown. Sometimes it was more difficult than others, but they persevered because our shops downtown offer great services, great amenities, and people wanted to be here, and their positive face made them keep coming back. Pizza Sam's, Little Forks Outfitters, Ways to Wellness, Little Pear Tree, Imagine That. These are just some of the businesses that were constantly out there being a positive force for our community. They went out of their way to continually bring in the customers downtown. Serendipity Road had the fortitude to be the first new business on our streetscape, and that was exciting. They opened their doors just as soon as those construction trucks got out from their front of their curbs. So we thank them for having that fortitude. Thank you all for your commitment to downtown. Finally, our patrons and our super citizens that kept coming downtown. They shopped, they dined, and they continue to do so. They are the ones that continue to make downtown a great place to be you. We could be here all day giving thank yous to everybody, from the smallest to the largest gifts. You, our community, made this happen. So many hands and so many hearts have touched this streetscape, and there's no end to our gratitude. But now it's time to have a ribbon cutting and to enjoy some ice cream. And we were hoping for a 72 and sunny degree day. That's why we planned for ice cream. But instead, you can go out and grab your ice cream and maybe sidle up to one of our nice fireplaces that we have going and enjoy this almost May Day in downtown Midland. Thank you all for being here. And again, thank you for your support of downtown.